there have been so many toucans around. I wasn't really able to get great video of them because they were off in the distance, but there were four at one point, and I found that interesting because they usually are solo. They're usually just kind of flying around on their own. Maybe they're mating. I don't know. You'll often also see a lot of these wild parakeets. They're also kind of hard to get on video, but their sound is pretty distinct.
You hear the sizzle? That is me cooking fish at 9:30 at night because the power's out and I had bought fresh fish from the guy who comes around the neighborhood in a truck. And the power's been out for about 2 hours. So, gonna cook the fish and eat it.
During that power outage, I did manage to remember to put the frozen bottle of water into my refrigerator. So that helps a little bit to keep things cooler, or maybe just it helps me psychologically. Anyway, over July 4th, the shelves were empty, they were getting restocked, and I went to look for the Greek yogurt, 5%. They didn't have that, but I got the 0% fat. So this was pretty funny. I needed to go, what I thought was going to be exchange this little diffuser thing that I got at Toto Dollar. It stopped working, and then I tried to just tap down gently with a chopstick on the part where the mist comes out because it had stopped functioning. So I bring it to the store, and it's just so funny because, you know, I go in there frequently and they're all very friendly, and then the minute you want to exchange something or return something, it's like the smiles were gone and 3 people were there examining the product, and you know, and there's the language barrier for me, but I got the gist that he was saying, if you didn't, you know, press down on the thing, and if it was exactly the same as the new product, that would be different. And then I was getting my translator out, and my data connection wasn't working, so I didn't have a connection. And then a kind soul was, you know, helping to interpret. It's just so funny, like for this thing that costs $5, you know. And I said, well, I wouldn't have had to push down if it hadn't stopped working. And he was like, well, you should just bring it back the minute it stops working. And I was like, well, I thought it was just going to be a simple thing. So, you know, I just pressed it down. Anyway, he goes to the back room. There's suspense in the air because, you know, will they or won't they decide to exchange the product? And he came back and he had a very stern look on his face. But they exchanged half of it. I didn't even get like a whole new thing. They just gave me the top half of the little mister thingy. So that's fine. Anyway, the sun is out in the afternoon, which I swear for the past week, we have been getting so much rain. Like every afternoon, it's been like 5 inches of rain. It's been crazy amounts of rain. And so I might try and cut a little of the bamboo. I'm going to trim down some of the bamboo. I do hear some thunder in the distance, and I see some clouds, but they're a little ways away. It's very squishy. The ground is way, way oversaturated with water. It's muddy, just mud, mud, mud. But that's life in rainy season. I'll do my official garden update, but just had my gardener Alex plant this orchid. It looks great there. I think it's going to be very happy. And this cranberry hibiscus I got from my friend Kelly. And I put this in my kind of red, orange, yellow themed area. I think that will look nice once it grows in. Got a couple of hibiscus flowers. And this multicolored plant is starting to grow a little bit more. Definitely been a slow grower. I've got 2 more bunches of bananas or plátanos coming in. One there and one here. All right, I know this is not a garden update video, but how can you not want to see all this? If you want to see all garden all the time, check out the garden update videos. There's no fancy editing or music. I just do a tour walking around the garden to see what's new. There's always something new. Right now, there's a new cat. This is one of the neighbor's 5 cats. They're the neighbor that has the bully cat, and this one's sweet. It never attacks me. I did manage to catch 2 of them together. This was the day, I think, where there were 4 of them. But this is the very distinct sound that the toucans make. So if you hear it, it kind of sounds like a frog croaking. You can be sure that there are toucans nearby. Doesn't this just look beautiful and serene? Well, the next video was about 30 minutes after this one. When I first bought the house, I wasn't sure what that empty area was for. Now I'm positive that Pierre had designed it to catch the water like it's doing here. And there's a couple of drainage areas where then it goes to the side yard trenches. Clearly, I still have work to do here, and I'm pretty sure I have a plan, but the point is not to have the water come down and go underneath the house. I have a raised foundation, like the whole house is actually raised. It sits on concrete pylons. I do have a sump pump that helps get rid of some of the water. It's an ongoing process. This is a 4th of July gathering at the Valle de Anton Suites. Oh, the pool's not full yet. Well, because it flooded yesterday from all the rain that we had. I used to live in these apartments. This is a really good option for a temporary place to live when you are coming to El Valle and want to secure a spot to live but don't have a permanent place just yet. Oh, looks like there's going to be some games. Very cool. In the 5 years I've been here in Panama, this was the first time I went to any July 4th celebration, and it was really nice. They worked so hard to put this together, and this was to benefit the Spay and Neuter fund that helps people who otherwise can't afford to get their pets spayed and neutered. And it helps for just the overall program cost. As you saw in one of my other videos, it is a huge project to get Spay, Neuter, Panama to come to the locations. There's a lot of logistics and planning. So I hope that this fundraiser was successful. It sure was fun. While there's a break in the rain, I'm gonna head down to Coronado, get some errands done. Today's one of those days I'm feeling a little cabin fever, I guess, and just going down the mountain and doing some errands down there will be nice, but it's always hard to leave this, right? Let me show you. I mean, you've seen in all the videos, but it's just hard to leave that. So lush and green. And this is the time of year when you hear mangoes falling on the roofs. It's funny, it's like these huge thuds because they're heavy, the mangoes. All right, off I go. Here I'm just leaving the Super 99 grocery store, and this is in the Coronado Mall. It's a 3-level shopping center. There's a variety of stores, the mailboxes, etc. is here. There's a pharmacy, there's a casino, there's a bank, there's the grocery store, Toto Dollar, a McDonald's, a car wash, and storage actually I think is underneath on the bottom level. This has been a very productive, successful venture into Coronado for errands. A couple videos ago I might have mentioned that if you can get like 2 to 5 things on your list done, that's a huge deal. So already I've pretty much gotten everything that's been on my list, and I had like some odd things. I wanted to find an alternative emergency light because the ones that I keep buying at Do It Center die within a couple of months. And so I found a rechargeable emergency light, so I'm going to give that a try. And I found a standard size pillow protector, which you'd think would be kind of common, but it's not. The queen is much more typical to find, but I have standard size pillows in addition to queen size pillows on my bed in the casita, and I wanted to get the pillow protector that was the right size. And then a couple other things, I can't recall what they are. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Reba Smith, stock up on some of that yogurt that's really good to make overnight oats. The one that they did have in the Ray in El Valle, but it quickly ran out, and then it was 4th of July, so everything was wiped out. And I figure I'm down here, I might as well stock up. Plus, I'll get some deli meat, some turkey. We don't have any sliced deli meat options up in El Valle, and that's nice to have for sandwiches or snacks. Off I go. Well, they didn't have my favorite popcorn, but I got some of the other essentials that I wanted to get. Thanks for watching. Help me get to a goal of 5,000 subscribers. Let's do this.